Come see Guys and Dolls,
February 28th.
and March 1st. Tickets for McLennan Theatre productions cost between $10 and $12, with discounts available for seniors, students, and alumni. McLennan students and employees receive one free ticket for each production. To reserve your seats, send an email to boxoffice@mclennan.edu or leave a voicemail at 254-299-8200 with your name and the number of tickets you would like to purchase. I will leave all of this in the show notes. Please come see Guys and Dolls. Hello and welcome to Worst Impressions. My name is Eric Anderson and I am your host.
Hello.
We have, I'm not going to say a special episode. You know, it's mediocre at best.
Wow. That's wild.
I mean, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, folks. We're getting...
You said you were going to bully me. Jesus Christ, did you not hold anything back?
Yeah,
right,
we've got somebody in here that it's just kind of like, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, like
it's like he's gonna walk right the fuck out of here.
I was just call up and be like, hey, can you come back?
Yeah, it's like, I gotta go.
Yeah, so actually, unfortunately, my agent,
yeah,
Greg, I'm gonna give in a call to Greg real quick.
Oh, Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory,
you son of a bitch. Gregory, you bastard. What did you book me? This fucking this garbage podcast. He's shitting on me right out of the gate.
Just immediately, just like, so look at this clown. Look at this, like, he's still got his makeup on and everything. Look at him.
Dance for me, clown.
Dance for me, you fool.
Okay, but we do have August. It's Maybe? August, not September.
It's actually February.
Holden Rounds, everybody, welcome.
Why am I clapping for myself? Oh, thank you.
I'll give you the whole soundbite.
Wow.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know you need that as an upcoming actor.
I do. Yeah. Actually,
I'll give you one more.
Oh.
Just soak it in. This is the last one you'll ever get.
Yeah. This is it. This is it.
Oh my God. So the first thing on my notes is impress me. What do you got?
I was a woman for a year.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So my senior year of high school,
okay.
We did Hairspray.
Whoa.
Yeah. Shout out to again, shout out Kayla. Love you.
Perfect.
She had put me as Edna in Hairspray.
I'm gonna put a pin in that. I gotta put a pin in that because do you know that I was Edna at MCC?
I did not.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Literally, yeah. On the last episode, we had Nick Webb,
and
he talks about, because in the box office, there's still a picture of me as Edna.
That's amazing.
In there, yeah. It's a very, very fun role. But anyways, go on. So this was high school?
Yeah, this was my senior year of high school, and we had done Hairspray, and over the summer, I had grown out my hair, like, oh, I'm going to grow out my hair and it's going to look cool and it's going to be my actual hair.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to have to wear a wig.
You were going to try to go wigless?
I was going to try and go wigless.
Oh my God.
And so I went in, I got the part, and then
congratulations.
Thank you. like 2 years after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's wild that it's been 2 years. Anyway,
you're saying it's wild. It's been 2 years since high school.
Listen.
I was like, it's been like 14 years. I'm just like, I wish it was 2 years since high school. Jesus. Okay, go on.
Anyway, so
I keep interrupting you.
No, you're good. So we're doing hairspray. We get through it. We start adding costumes, and it gets to the topic of a wig. And I'm like, yeah, we can just use my hair, right? And Kayla was just like,
she said, hell
just
no.
looked at me and went, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
what? Because I'd never worn a wig before.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh.
I would have been like, dude, there's no way they're gonna let you use your own hair. Like,
no, yeah.
There's just a difference, like,
yeah,
between an 18-year-old boy or however old you were, and you're just like you're scroungy like high school hair growing out, and then like a middle-aged woman who cares deeply about her blown out beehive. Like, there's a huge difference, dude.
Trust me, I understand that now.
Yeah.
Then I was just like, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use my hair and it's gonna look great and it's gonna be awesome. And then I had to wear a wig.
Yeah, there you go.
Which wasn't bad, except for the fact that the wig was probably a size too small for my head. And
dude,
I had to
big head problems.
No, really. Because we had to pry that wig onto my head.
Dude, you don't gotta tell me. It's crazy that we have that in common. We both played Edna. We both have huge head problems. Like, seriously.
No, yeah.
It is such a problem. Like, there's no standard costume hat that they can order me. It will sit on top of my head like a cake topper. Like, it just will not.
Yeah.
It won't be there.
And
so yeah,
one of my, I won't say favorite or least favorite, one of my moments that I remember most is sitting in the makeup room with this kid named Roosevelt.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Yeah, exactly. Braiding my hair so tight. And just
why braiding?
Just because my hair is so voluptuous and there's just a lot of it.
Oh, they were just like, yeah,
we
were
had
just trying
to braid it down.
Yeah, they were just trying to touch you. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. And and like braid it down so my head will fit with the massive hair on my head. And then
dude, that is one thing that we do not have in common, is that you have really thick hair.
I do.
I have very thin, wispy, nasty hair.
That's wild. Nasty. I have nasty hair.
Oh yeah, nasty. It's not nasty's a horrible word. It is just when, it is not. I'm not going to be in a Pantene commercial or anything no, I would love to have just like real thickies up there. but alas, no thickies in sight.
No thickies in sight, unfortunately.
Okay, so tell me, where do you come from? Like, we have to introduce you to the world of worst impressions. The Wimpaverse has to know who you are. So let's start at the beginning.
So
how are you created? Sexually,
I would hope.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's in vitro. Go on.
I mean, anyway, so both my parents, they grew up in Temple.
Okay.
And they actually met in Temple.
Temple, Texas.
Yes, Temple, Texas. And my parents did not come from the greatest of backgrounds.
Sure.
As most parents do.
Yeah.
At least mine, I don't know.
Yeah, no, scum mostly. Yeah.
No, I love my parents.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Deeply?
No, yeah,
No, I'm kidding. I do love them a lot.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have it wasn't gold plates and
No.
fine china at the dinner table. You know, you was eating styrofoam solo cups.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's-
and those little dole plates.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so my parents got married after 3 months of knowing each other.
Nice.
And then moved up to Meadville, Pennsylvania, which is about 30 minutes south of Erie.
Okay.
It's fine. I still keep in contact with some friends up there from when I was a kid.
So how long were you in Pennsylvania?
I was in Pennsylvania for about 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah, I moved when I was 12, about to turn 13. And I think 2018, I moved down to Temple.
And what do you mind me asking? What made you go to Temple?
Yeah, so in about 2013, my mom left.
Okay.
And she, I'll leave it at left.
Yeah, dude.
And hope she doesn't listen.
I'm with you, dude.
I do love my mom. It's been a journey with her.
Honestly, dude, that's cool. And you don't know much about me, but I'll tell you, probably around 10 or 11, Dad left, never to be seen again. You know, and
mine stuck around.
And I hope to God you're listening right now. You motherfucker. So very, very different relationship. You know what I mean? You have a journey with and mine, no journey to be had.
Yeah.
So I like props. You know, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
My mom is, to describe why I have the hair that I have. My mom is about 5'2". It's been a few years since I've seen her. She's about,
she could have grown a couple feet or something. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. She's about 5'2".
Yeah.
And bright red hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
So okay, there was a chance that you'd be I don't know how the gene stuff works. So was there a chance that you'd be a redhead?
Possibly.
Okay.
It's
Is there a chance your children might be redhead?
Possibly.
Okay. Interesting. Do you like redheads?
Not particularly.
Your children will listen to this in 20 years and be like, what the hell? They're going to have bright red hair.
Currently, my taste is not of the Caucasian. I haven't.
What the fuck?
Cut that. I don't like white girls. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, that's cool. That's chill.
That's a story that can be had later.
Sure, absolutely.
But no, so my mom's a redhead. She has very thick hair. And my dad has brownish black hair, who also has thick ass hair.
Nice. Yeah, you got the thick lottery.
So I'm thick squared all over.
Thick. I was like, what the fuck?
Thick with only C's.
Nice. Yeah.
So
Quadruple C's.
Yeah.
So okay. You do all that. You move back to Temple. You finish out all your school at Temple, pretty much.
I do middle school and high school over in Temple, and I'm doing theater. I go into theater in like 8th grade at my middle school, and then I go into theater in high school.
Were you always interested in performing, like, or was it just like, hey, there's like a cute girl in theater? Like, 'cause there's a lot of people that are like that.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I have always been like this.
Cursed, poisoned.
Yeah. Some call it a curse. I have a diagnosis that calls it autism.
Oh, nice. Like, for real?
For real.
Okay, cool.
I have been diagnosed since I was in 2nd grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can see the look on your face just being like, that makes so much sense. Just like,
oh man.
oh my God. But no, yeah, I have been diagnosed. I'm Facebook friends with the teacher that was like, hey, you should get him tested.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. She's awesome. I get a text from her every once in a while.
She probably helped you a lot.
Oh yeah, she did. She helped me she helped me and my dad get a diagnosis.
Okay.
Like we went to the appointment, I got tested, and the lady came out and was like, "Are you the father?" And he goes, "Yeah." And she literally asked him like, I think 5 questions or something.
Mm-hmm.
She like talks to him for a little bit and she's like, "Okay, cool. You're also autistic."
To your father.
To my father. I love my dad so much. He basically raised us.
Uh-huh.
Me and my siblings. I got a younger brother and a younger sister. A younger sister and a younger brother, age-wise.
Okay. Cool.
I love them all a lot. We were really close growing up, and now we're not. No, I'm kidding.
Oh wow.
Betrayal.
Go on.
Betrayal.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Sorry, you're Gen Z. You probably played the bad Halos, I think.
What's that supposed to mean?
No, okay. We'll get to that. But keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
So my dad, along with his mom and my great grandma, who is unfortunately ill.
Okay.
I would like to see her at least once more.
Yeah.
Cause she was like, when my dad was working, cause we lived in a duplex. For those who don't know, it's basically 2 houses squished together.
Oh, brother. My listeners know what a duplex is. I don't
We're
I don't have any
poor around here.
I definitely don't attract any silver spoon. Like it is lowbrow nasty fuckers that listen to this.
That's real. But yeah, so I lived in a duplex with
Nice.
Me, my dad, my siblings, and then my great grandma, my great uncle Jeff, who lived in the attic and I think he still has like hundreds of DVDs.
Okay.
Like he's
a
just
DVD lord.
collected over
That's
like
cool. Physical media.
decades. Yeah.
Which it's funny. Okay. That is a mark of your generation because you think that is odd.
No, I do realize that it's like a thing that people used to do.
Very, very normal to just have a million DVDs. Like you're just like, this guy had like a bunch of DVDs and was like, okay, I feel attacked. Like holy shit, dude.
Good.
No, I don't have any of my DVDs anymore, which is sad. But but it is funny that you were just like, it was weird. He had so many.
It wasn't weird. It was awesome because he had like all the Spy Kids movies, and it was great.
You love Spy Kids?
I fucking love Spy Kids.
How old were you when they came out? Did they come out before you were born?
I'm pretty sure what year did they come out? Because if it's pre 2005, yes.
All right, Spy Kids.
I'm turning 20 this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't know how I feel about that yet.
Okay, dude.
Oh, no.
Spy Kids 3D came out in 2003.
Oh.
And it was 1 year in between each one. So it's 2001, 2002, 2003.
So yeah,
that's
they
1, 2,
all
3,
came out before I was born. And I was watching them in like 2010.
Dude,
I was like, I remember being so convinced that they were new movies because I was like,
state of the art.
Yo, these are awesome.
These are
dude.
crazy.
These are wild. And I was like, whoa.
Dude, the fact that you're saying to me live and in person that Spy Kids came out before you were born. Like literally, like I'm literally just like I'm digging my grave. Like after you leave, I'm just going to go out and dig a grave.
No, real.
Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm a waste of space. I'm just a husk. I'm a husk of a human being. Okay, so that's a little bit about your backstory.
Yeah.
You've always like theater, you know.
Yeah.
Why? What brought you? What is keeping you going right now? Like what do you want to do? For those that don't know, you're in Guys and Dolls with me.
I am in
with
Guys and
me.
Dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are a current student
Yes.
at the time of this recording. You're a current student at MCC, McLennan Theatre.
Yeah.
You are great, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I haven't seen much of you. You might, I might be,
No, yeah.
jumping the gun. I don't. Who knows?
I mean, I haven't been in much, almost like every show since I
Got there.
came here.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. Please, Kelly, Joe.
Yeah. Keep casting.
Please keep casting me.
But what is keeping you going right now? Like, what do you want to do? Like, what's kind of keeping the gas going?
Right now it's partially. I'm partially in the mindset of I'm getting through it. I'm doing it. I'm getting the degree that I need to get.
Yeah.
And the degree that I love.
Mm-hmm.
And also basking in the glory of performance.
Right. Yeah. Performance glory. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this year has probably been my best year ever, roles wise.
Okay.
Because the first show that we did this year was A Curious Incident.
Okay.
And
not super familiar.
Yeah. So the show is basically about an severely autistic kid.
Okay.
Who.
And you raise your hand.
Yeah. No, I actually played the dad.
Oh,
in
damn.
That show. No, yeah. Caleb, who you know, Mr.
Okay.
Mustache.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
yes.
played the main character in that show.
Okay.
And I got to be his dad.
Oh, daddy.
Yeah.
Zaddy.
And I got to slap him in the face.
Oh, nice.
For a second, I thought you were going to play the applause again.
No. I'll play the chimes.
Or a slap in the face.
How would you describe your now I know you said it's been 2 years since high school. How would you describe like your growth since high school and doing this program?
Lord.
I talk about MCC a lot on this podcast because I have a lot of the people that used to go on, and I'm sure a lot of the old students would love to know how would you describe your growth like while you're in it?
Explosive.
Okay.
I have one thing that I like to tell people is I did not get my scholarship offer until I think April of before I graduated.
Right. Okay.
So I got that. I applied and I got in here, and then I went and talked to Lisa and got all of my stuff set up for that. And then went in and she was like, "So, do you want to be in ballet or modern dance?" And I was like, "Modern, because it sounds easier." It was not, in fact, easier.
No.
Thank you, Joe.
No.
And now Joe won't let me leave. I do love being in his class. Just
But.
last, I was like, I can't say but.
Right.
So last spring semester, I think it was either last fall or last spring or this fall, I had not signed up for one of his dance classes. I had instead signed up for a psychology class.
Okay.
And literally the day after classes, he found me
Yeah.
and was like, "Hey, so I saw you're not in jazz this semester. We should get you into jazz." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "We'll get you into jazz. I'll talk to
Yeah.
and get it fixed." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Because
Yeah,
you
you're-
can't say no
Yeah,
to
you're
Joe.
being voluntold. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like, yeah, that's part of it. You just
Yeah.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
And
you
I'm
gotta
like,
do it, dude.
I do really appreciate it
Mhm.
because like it has helped me grow
Yeah, good.
and stretch. Anyway,
Yeah.
it has helped me with like my own personal physical health outside of like
Yes,
rehearsals and everything.
100%.
And like I forget what were we talking about.
No, just your growth,
Yeah.
just your
Yes,
growth at
so-
like while you're doing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
program.
So
Yeah.
like you've had Mr. Sierra on here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Edgar.
He is doing the opera, which I also am in.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I am playing the judge in the opera Trial by Jury, directed by Edgar Sierra.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah. Wonderful.
So there's that. We're in the middle of rehearsals for that. And this was before, last year was before he became the opera director.
Okay.
And so I had like on a whim just been like, yeah, sure, I'll join opera. And I was like, it can't be that hard.
Mm-hmm. And it's just it's a different thing. It gets you
Yeah.
out of your comfort zone. Yeah.
And
absolutely.
it's like another thing to add. Like I have slowly been learning how to read music,
there you go.
and I was like using music terms, and I looked over to my friend Hayden, and I was like, and he was like,
Yeah, he was just validating you.
fuck yeah.
Good.
I
good.
used those words right.
Yeah, there you go. Good job.
Because I was like, can we go to measure 27, pick up to measure 27?
Oh, you said you pick up the holy shit.
And I was like, Hayden,
You brought the house down. It's like, oh my god, this guy knows
this
what's
guy
up.
knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
The most basic of music terms ever.
Well, good. Yeah, that's good. That's
And I'm
that's
like,
a huge part.
that's a note.
Right. Yeah. Whole.
What?
A whole. A quarter. Do you know the different types of notes?
There are different types.
All right. Okay. All right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I promise.
Move on.
I promise.
Okay. So that's good. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's good.
And like I have just been able to have a lot more experiences
yes,
out
that you would-
here than I probably would have if I had stayed in Temple and
Mhm.
gone to TC.
Absolutely.
Because there was another guy that had been given a scholarship over here with me,
Mm.
and he had turned it down.
Okay.
And we were friends, and I
But
was
now
like,
you're enemies.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I love you, Thomas. We had both gotten our scholarships over here, and he was like, because he has like, he had lived in Temple his whole life, and I had just moved there like a few years prior, and I feel like that was more incentive to stay than I had.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I guess I'm going to Waco.
Yeah.
Because my director, she was like, you're probably going to be able to get more over in Waco than you are going to be here. And I'm like, all righty.
That's good. That's good.
And so I packed everything up and I moved over here. And I was looking for an apartment for like the whole summer.
Mhm.
And then I had found, it was literally the last apartment complex on the list that I was given.
Yeah.
And I had just like gone through all of them and called every single one until finally I had found one that was reasonably affordable,
Uh-huh.
close to a bus at least. And I could move into.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And this was like maybe less than a month before school started.
Yeah, that's all. That's how it happens. That's how it works.
And I moved in on the 17th of August. I remember that specifically because me and my roommate celebrate our move-in day.
Okay.
And it's super fun. And school started 3 days later.
Nice.
Yeah. I moved in, rode my bike through Cameron Park for the first time ever, trying to bike my way to MCC.
Yeah, no.
And
yeah,
I
don't know.
quickly realized that
Yeah.
was not going to be
It's gonna
a
be
thing.
I mean, you're gonna get fucking shredded if you're gonna do it
Oh,
every
yeah.
day, but it would also
I'm good.
kill you.
When you have a free pass for the bus through your school, yeah, nobody. But like, so I'm really lucky with the stuff that I've gotten while I'm over here.
Yeah.
Like, I have one kind of thing that I tell my friends all the time is like, I'm just kind of running forward, and whatever I trip on first is what I'm doing.
Yeah, and that is not a bad way to be. It could be because everything is so random, everything is so spontaneous. Things happen, things change so fast, and you're just like, okay, well,
Yeah.
So if you there is some problems when you have like a specific thing in mind, and your expectations get really high about what it's going to be and how it's going to look, and then when things change and it sucks for you, you kind of sometimes would wish that maybe I would rather just run forward, see what happens, let's go.
Yeah, and I think a part of what was good for me was I didn't really have that. Like, I was just kind of like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I guess I'm going to go to Temple College.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be fine, I guess. I'm just going to.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do after? Like, how do you view? And it's okay to not. It's definitely okay to not know. But if you were to decide, like right now, what would you want to be doing in the next 5 years?
I've been thinking about it a little more now than I have in the past. Especially now that I'm nearing the end of my stay at MCC.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out where I'm going after. Grand scheme wise, I'm still trying to figure out if I potentially want to go either East Coast or West.
Yeah.
Either like Broadway or primarily stage acting or more film.
Yeah.
Shorter term, I've been thinking about different schools, like bigger 4 years.
If you could choose a school, which one would it be?
Last time I was in Temple watching a show that my siblings were in, I was talking to my old director, and she was like, you can go to Oklahoma State, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing that we can help you with. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
And I was like, so that has become an option for me in my head, possibly. Like other things are like going to Austin, doing stuff over there.
Yeah.
Because I know people I know a few people over there, and
I guess what my question is, and we can narrow it down, is specifically what is the type of work that interests you the most? Is it stage? Is it musical on stage, or is it film, TV, or is it improv, or is it, you know what I mean? So like, what interests you the most? Like, if you got to choose your work and get paid, what would it be right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Probably. I really like the stage acting. I haven't really done a lot of like, I'm gonna take this film acting seriously.
Right.
Because like in high school, I used to do AV stuff and we used to like joke off with that. But like this stage acting stuff has gotten me a lot farther than I ever thought it would.
Yeah, like like you mean internally, or just like how you are perceived, like in
yes.
school. Okay. Oh,
like
interesting.
when I was a kid, I used to have like such low self-esteem.
Dude,
I was like,
gotcha.
because I was like, I was the fat kid.
Yeah. So
I was like,
we can go down this path for sure. No problem, buddy.
Yeah.
No problem.
But like, and then I started like, and then I got into theater, and it was like, okay, cool. Yeah, you're just a guy in theater.
But then once you kind of nail a scene, or nail a show, it's like suddenly you're kind of the shit. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember, because I was in things in high school barely before Kayla took over. Because I messed up my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And I didn't learn my lines for a thing because I was like,
are you not a line learner? Be honest. Are you a procrastinator?
I'm such a procrastinator.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
so bad.
Let me tell you something. I am that as well. But I've gotten what I'm doing now, coming and doing Guys and Dolls out of nowhere, like fucking 10 years later. This is the first. I'm dusting off a lot of fucking cobwebs and dusting off everything to try to do this. But I'm trying to put myself back in your shoes and back then. But yeah, I got better. I was like, oh yeah, if I just learn the damn stuff, my product is so much better because you get to play. You get to play in the space for longer with it internalized. So if that is something you can crack, do it. If you can't, sometimes that will just be a hurdle for that'll sometimes that's everybody's got something. Everybody's got a hurdle, but like I will tell you, coming from somebody that was a hardcore line procrastinator, it does like. It is helpful to learn them earlier than later.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from a place that I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, I messed up freshman year, and my old director didn't cast me in anything with more than like 20 lines.
Sure.
Because I was like, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And then I got a break at the end of my junior year with a show called Stop Kiss, which was about it's a really good show, by the way, if you haven't heard of it.
Haven't.
I'm
gonna I haven't heard of nothing.
Real.
Yeah.
It's an older show, takes place in like the 80s. It's been a few years since it's about these two women who fall in love over the course of the show, but also have male counterparts who are like male romantic interests, but they're more of like, I don't want to call them obstacles, but like,
okay,
kind of,
sure.
And so I played this religious asshole who was like, this is basically, it jumps through time, and one of the girls gets hate crimed and like is absolutely beat to hell because these two girls kiss in the middle of New York City.
Okay, you're
and
right.
This drunk dude beats the shit out of one of them.
Yeah. Ugh.
And yeah, it's a heavy show.
You guys were doing this in high school?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it was mainly juniors.
Yeah.
Like it was mostly my class that did this show.
Lord.
And
it's like, you guys didn't want to do Seussical or something? Like
no. See, Temple takes themselves really
Sure.
seriously.
Yeah.
We have more awards in theater than we do in all of football in
Yeah.
Temple.
Interesting.
Like our principal, our
Mhm.
superintendent knew my name.
Hmm.
Like anytime he was there, he would always be like, "Hi, Holden."
I'm pretty sure my superintendent knew my name, but not for not for the reasons I wanted him to.
Real. Fair enough.
It's
Yeah.
like he said what? He said what on stage in the middle of the talent show?
I'm sorry.
Oh man, don't let him up there ever again with free range with a microphone.
But like our theater program in Temple is really serious.
It was cool, yeah. It sounds like, and it was like competitive and cutthroat. And you guys were doing dark stuff and not Seussical and Willy Wonka.
No. I was a woman for a year.
Okay. And you
My senior
the
year
verbiage
one
here-
act.
Okay.
I played a trans woman in my senior year of one act.
Okay.
And in the middle of the show, there are 4 siblings in the show, and each sibling had like a season and had like their own chunk of the show. And my character's chunk of the show was coming out to my parents as a trans woman.
And they thought it was a good idea to do this in high school.
Yes.
God.
We
Jesus.
got it past our principal, and he was like, this sounds amazing. I can't wait.
That's really cool and
Yeah.
that's pretty cool, I
Yeah.
guess.
Like,
holy shit, dude.
Temple is awesome. When I
Yeah.
tell you we get away with so much, we do. Like, unfortunately, though, we only got to our second level of competition.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all the subjective.
Yeah.
That's all another thing.
And like another thing is like, I don't know if you've seen my wristbands, but
No, I
most
have
of-
actively not looked at your wristbands, by the way.
Real.
I don't want to look at them.
fair enough.
What-
They're ugly.
What do they say?
So most of them are from high school.
Okay.
Like this red one is my freshman year of high school.
Mhm.
That got cut short because of COVID.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot. I forgot I can ask you about that.
Yeah.
Because you're one of those. Okay.
I'm one of those.
Oh wait. So, tell me about the wristbands. Just
So
and
yeah.
I got a bunch of questions.
So this red one on my wrist is my freshman year that got cut short. And this other one, this blue and yellow one, was from my sophomore year when we went to state for a show called Student Body.
That's cool.
Yeah.
State is fun. Yeah, I mean that's exciting.
Yeah, it was. We got 7th.
Hey, but still, you went to state.
No, yeah, I remember crying on the bus. It was great. Like I think I have a
Jesus
video of me crying, being like,
Did you video yourself crying?
"Yes,"
All right, nice.
and I was like, "We're on our way home now." It was heartbreaking
Dude.
because I remember watching the other shows, being like, "What is this?" I was like, "Are you serious?
Okay.
This is what we're up against?"
All right. Oh man. Okay, I've got a bunch of questions now.
Real.
So, okay. One of the ones that I have written down still is there anything that you do not understand about millennials? Because you are, as far as I know, you are in like the heartland of Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you
yeah.
firmly in the middle, I think?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you don't understand about us? Because
No?
you should like us. I'm just coming out attacking Gen Z's. Like,
I should.
yes. I
feel like
we paved the way for what you guys are doing.
okay. So here's a question, because this is also kind of like because I don't actually know.
Mm-hmm.
So when the government paves a road,
Mm-hmm.
do you still have to pay for it after it's paved?
Mm.
Like,
You have to, you have to pay taxes to upkeep it because of potholes and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why our government is fucked.
Okay. So you're saying we are millennials are resting on your shoulders still. Interesting.
For audio listeners, I just stared at the camera.
All right. All right.
No comment.
So that is what you don't understand about us.
That was mostly a joke.
Is the financial situation of state, federal government, and road infrastructure.
Oh, specifically road infrastructure. I know pretty much everything else, but
gotcha.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I think we get it. Okay, so, but
it's not that I hate millennials.
No,
My
I don't
parents are
think-
technically millennials, I think.
oh wow, I don't think you do. I'm just asking because I think you are. You're probably the first. You're definitely the first guest on here that is in, just firmly in that gen. And I was just like, whoa, oh yeah, I can ask him about that.
Yeah, like as long as you help carry the guillotine, I'm good.
I'm literally like, it's like
Sorry.
that. The fact that you're even worried that we're not is insane.
Yeah. If you don't have a hand on that thing, you're under it.
I have a loaded. Okay, but anyways,
Sorry for the violence.
So, okay, so you were in high school during COVID shutdowns.
Yes.
That
was my freshman year.
What was that like? Do you think you are dumber because you like missed out on school, or do you like how did that work?
So, all right. So COVID hit. I feel like I was impacted less.
Okay.
Because
sorry. So freshman. So it would be like freshman and sophomore year mostly affected.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like the end of my freshman year that COVID hit.
Oh, okay.
And I literally remember the day being like, oh, cool. We're going for an extra week of spring break. And then it extending to a month of spring break.
Yeah.
And then online classes started.
Oh, man.
And then it was like, oh, this is bad. And it just being like, oh, we are in trouble. And then everything else exploding, especially with like BLM and all of like the movements that were happening.
It was a wild time.
And I remember sitting in my room, and thankfully my dad, he was very strict about our online schooling. He literally was like, so I'm going to wake you up at 7 a.m. You're going to get dressed like you would for normal school.
Yeah.
And you're going to sit down at your desk and you're going to do your schoolwork. And I was like,
would not have worked on that. It's like, no. It's like, I've got a free pass to play Xbox all day.
No, that if you're listening, don't. This didn't stop me on going to like cool math or something.
So, okay. Oh, sorry, Gen Z or Gen Millennial. What? So, I mean, yeah. So the online classes, you were able to kind of cheese them a bit.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can just be like, people did. Like, you know, I don't want to mess up your high school transcript since you are still in the throes of college.
I didn't do anything.
Right. Sure. Okay. So
I heard.
Now that is like, I just have to say, like, because of that, there has to be. Do you feel anything now because of that? Like, do you feel it's like, yeah, like there's like a gap, like is it like kind of blotchy, like how, like, because your high school experience is also cheated a little bit, like it's just the whole thing is very odd to me.
I feel like it, again, thanks to my dad, it didn't really affect me.
Right, he held you accountable.
Yeah,
which is
it
cool.
didn't really affect me like school wise. as much, but I feel like socially, especially because it was like freshman year, the end of freshman year, and that's when like everybody is like, okay, cool, these are going to be our groups.
Right.
And then like one being a theater kid, being autistic, and excuse me.
No, you're fine.
And being in the middle of COVID, it was like, oh, I'm missing out on all the groups.
Yeah.
Like socially,
The
I feel
camaraderie.
like it messed with me a little bit.
Okay.
And also the fact that I had moved to this place and then like 2-3 years later, we're in a lockdown for a pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
And like, so I feel like that's where I got a lot of my sociability from. Like, and that's where, cause like, it definitely became a defense mechanism because it was absolutely like, okay, cool. I don't know where I stand with these people. So I'm just going to be as friendly to fucking everyone.
But I'm sure that had the inverse effect on other people.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I'm sure some people came out of it like craving attention and craving interaction with
absolutely.
everyone. But then there's another half that is just like, well, I am shutting off. I am not going to be antisocial for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like that is something. Yeah, that kind of worries me. I'm just like, wow, that's so like, because that's a big part of development and.
I definitely knew people who like were absolutely like the spotlight of everything.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit and it all crumbled.
Yeah.
It was like
They was ordering DoorDash and like playing. What do you guys play?
Fortnite?
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a good question.
He says questionably. I
'Cause
don't play those kinds
You
of
don't
games.
play any games?
I play games. They're
What do you
mostly like RPGs.
Okay.
And
Be specific.
Dragon Age.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
I fucking love Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Specifically Inquisition.
Dude. Okay, so
I've played that game maybe 5 times.
Oh wow. Yeah, I only did one run through on Inquisition,
Mm-hmm.
but I loved it. I was a late adopter of it, but I love the Dragon Age series. I think the new one kind of fell short. I didn't touch it. I haven't touched it.
No, it's
but
okay.
okay.
It's
So
not
you've tried
bad. Like I'm partially part of the way through it.
it. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like there could have been a lot more done with it that they didn't do.
Yeah.
I like the story components because me personally, I had like this fan theory about like the gods, the elven gods, and the Tevinter deities, and then the blighted dragons. Like they were all the same people.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, because it's like 7, 7, and 7. But what they did, do you care?
Okay, so spoiler alert for anybody that's playing this game.
Spoiler alert for Dragon Age Veilguard.
Yeah.
So what they did in Veilguard, the main 2 villains are Elgernon and Gillenane, 2 of the elven gods.
Elger.
Yep.
Go on.
Who as Solus is trying to rip the Fade from the world and combine the Fade and the real world, in the middle of the ritual, your character Rook stops it and 2 of the elven gods escape. Blighted, mind you. And turns out...
And blighted means...
like infected. Think
yeah.
zombie infection.
Yeah.
And so they are able to like control blight because they created it.
Sure.
And that's the explanation for the blight. And the dragons that lead
the The Dragon Lords.
Why am I forgetting their
The Dragon
name?
Age.
Yeah, but in the first Dragon Age game, Origins, the Darkspawn dragon that you fight at the very end of the game is actually one of the elven gods' pets, basically.
Sure.
Like each god except for Solus, also known as Fen'Harel. I'm so autistic. And Mythal, the other god, her dragon was murdered, and then she was murdered because their dragons give them basically immortality as long as they're alive. And so you have to kill the Elgranon and Gilneain's dragons first before you can kill them.
Okay.
And that's the explanation for the Darkspawn dragons and the connection to the gods. And the dragons were just worshipped by the Tevinter Imperium.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the 7 dragon gods are worshipped in Tevinter. Which I feel like is fine. That's all right.
Well,
if I ever become famous,
well, shit.
BioWare is going to have my head.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, what do you mean, though?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay.
This kid.
Because you play those games, this is a great way to lead into our next question. If you were, this is a hypothetical, if you were in a battle royale in real life, in this scenario, somebody somewhere randomly selects 50 people, all different ages, 18 and up, randomly selected, any age, and you get one weapon, and it's got to be melee.
Yeah.
And you're kind of in an arena, think a coliseum kind of situation. What weapon would you choose?
Logistically or aesthetically? Aesthetically?
Either one. Oh, we've had some people just choose that. I was like, I want a pretty little whatever. But yeah.
Dragon Slayer from Berserk.
What does that mean?
This is one of my other autistic interests. It is a giant greatsword.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
So for those
Greatsword, a hulking greatsword.
it's a ginormous. Yeah.
Absolutely. One of my last D&D character. I'm a huge D&D nerd, by the way.
Okay.
We just finished a campaign with my friends, and I played a character who started off as basically like this robot barbarian.
Robot barbarian.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he had a giant greatsword that was literally just like a carved piece of dull stone that he just swung around really hard.
Hell yeah.
That.
Okay. That'll work. No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
If I could, my ultimate goal is to be buff for the sole purpose of wielding a greatsword.
Yeah. No, seriously, just
just so I can swing around a really big sword.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the male fantasy.
Yeah. No, it is. It is peak
Just
man. That's what I think about before I
Swinging
go
a
to bed.
big old sword around.
Perfect. Now,
Logistically, it would probably be like a rapier or something because it's more dexterity
yeah, you
based.
just stab,
And it's just
stab.
like
Stab him.
Yep, just like poke.
All right. The moment everybody's been waiting for. To fulfill my title gimmick, Holden Rounds, do you have an impression of an actor, celebrity, a character, a voice line from something that you like to do in your free time, somebody in your life, some type of object that you would like to share with us today?
So I have 2 impressions that
Okay.
I've been told are pretty good. I can do Kermit the Frog
Okay.
and I can do Shaggy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Shaggy, I might have to take the camera, not camera, the microphone away from me for a little bit
Okay.
because I gotta like yell it.
Sure.
That's like the only way I can get it
Yeah,
started.
you can just swing it out. Yeah. There you go.
Like Zoink Scoob, we gotta get out of here, man. Like Zoinks. Come on, man.
You can.
But that's really the only pitch that I can keep Shaggy at.
Here, bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. You can do it. Do it again. Do it again. You can do it. It's fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Like Zoink Scoob, we gotta get out of here, man.
There-
I cannot do Scooby though.
Yeah, Scooby.
It's so hard.
Everybody thinks they can, and it's just like,
and then
whatever.
you do it, and then you sound like you're constipated.
Yeah. Okay. And you have Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here.
Oh,
How are you doing?
Good job, dude.
Welcome to the Muppets. Kermit the Frog here. Welcome to today's episode of Sesame Street. Oh, I forgot. I can do Elmo, kind of.
Elmo? Okay.
Whoa. That was wild. You ever just try and do something and your body's like, what do you think you're doing?
100%. Every episode.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I whiff.
I'm trying to remember the trigger word for Elmo.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta summon him from the depths of
there's
the
always like a little
unsleeping
line.
world.
Yeah, there's a line that like gets you into it.
Yeah.
Elmo's World. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Elmo. Good job, dude.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, Mr. Holden Rounds, is there anything that we haven't covered that you want to talk about?
Ooh. I don't know. Put me in things.
Yeah.
I like things. I like to do things.
Where can people find you? Where do you like people to find you?
On
Social media? Like,
yes.
what do you prefer?
So, on Instagram and Facebook, if people use that for these things.
Yeah, there's Facebook. Especially millennials. We got my millennial audience will definitely.
I barely use my Facebook.
Okay.
But you can find me on Instagram at the Caulfield.
What does that mean?
So,
I saw that when I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
So, one of the main inspirations for my name, Holden, is from a book called Catcher in the Rye.
Mm-hmm.
The main character,
Holden Rye, Holden Breads,
Holden Caulfield,
Holden my bread, Holden space for Catcher in the Rye. Go on.
I love watching people just drown in their own bits. That's one of my favorite things to do. I was like, I could save him. I could put my hand out. Nah. I want to watch him struggle. Anyway.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, the Caulfield. There's going to be a picture of me and my pretty face.
Nice. Wonderful. But yes, come and see the show.
Yes,
you will see both of us front and center for most of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, just smacking each other around.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun.
Do we want to say who we're playing?
Oh, I will. Yeah, I'm playing Sky Masterson. And you are playing
Nathan Detroit, which I'm still kind of workshopping the voice.
Yeah, I mean that was not
Yeah.
what we were gonna get from the, but
no, that's exactly what you'll hear.
But for those wondering, traditionally, I think the biggest person that's ever, not the biggest person that's ever played it, but what people can expect, it's Nathan Lane is the big Nathan Detroit. Everybody remembers Nathan Lane.
Yeah, Nathan Lane
Detroit.
or
was it Sinatra that played
Frank
it?
Sinatra?
Yeah,
it was Frank Sinatra.
But Sinatra was supposed to play Sky in the original. But Nathan Lane is Nathan Detroit in my opinion.
That's one of my favorite facts about the show.
Yeah.
So originally in the original movie version, it was Frank Sinatra wanted to play Sky.
Yeah.
But then Marlon Brando came in.
Right.
And got Sky.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank Sinatra hated him.
I'm sure he did. Yeah.
It was like like it was infamous that
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra was so jealous of Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Marlon Brando.
No, it is. Yeah, it is.
Don't get in the comments, Brandon Lee Mulligan.
Who's that?
So he is a huge comedian and D&D dungeon master from Dimension 20, a live action role playing
Oh, okay.
show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people.
Nice. Okay. Sick.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
yeah, he's amazing. He's a great storyteller, and is overall just very funny.
Oh, great. Okay.
Like-
yeah, we love a funny fella.
Oh,
we
yeah.
love a funny gal. We love a funny person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Holden, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. We've been
Thank God.
rehearsing like crazy. I know it. You're just like, get me out of this
Finally.
fucking place. So yeah, come and see the show. Thank you, Holden, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure to talk to, to drink from the fountain of youth. For me, the fountain of youth. Please come see the show. Come talk to us after the show. Glad hand us. It'll be fun. If you're not in Texas or near Waco, then you cannot. I mean, unless you want to fly out. See the show.
Travel? I feel like that's pretty simple.
Yeah,
just
just
get here.
fly. Just fly.
Just do it.
Just come on. Come
It's
see
simple.
the
It's
show.
easy.
But yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be awesome.
Like it's already been so fun.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Well, thank you again for coming. I'm gonna let you go. We need to get some rest. Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Everything. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you again for having me.
Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And good night.